Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to our channel here at Self Love is the Key Wellness. I am your boy Jamil Brownridge, aka Coach J, certified life coach, and also we have here.
I am Cambria Caldwell, also known as Cam the Queen, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist.
And today, on this rainy day, we're going to be talking about narcissism.
Yes.
Oh, good old narcissism. And
Hmm.
today we're going to be drinking tea, sipping our tea as we discuss narcissism. Go ahead and
Okay.
grab your tea.
Grab it. All right. So we want to first of all thank our Instagram followers who have been supporting us and DMing us with questions, and they are the ones who chose this topic. Okay, which is a very timely one, I might add. Timely one. Look, I think that we all know about this term, right? It's been trending quite a while, right?
Mhm.
On all the social media outlets, the podcasters talk about it, the experts are talking about it, the red pill men are talking about it. The sisters who sip tea and go to brunch on Sundays, they're talking about it, right? If you're familiar with Love and Hip Hop, rapper Little Scrappy is now talking about it, referring to his ex, and that's a whole nother thing right there. But the word is out there. So we were asked to break down narcissism because it
Mhm.
actually is a disorder. It's in the DSM, right?
Mhm.
Narcissistic personality disorder. So the question is, what is it actually? How do you recognize the traits? And then what do you do to manage that? How do you deal with somebody who suffers from this disorder?
Mhm.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I want to first go into the traits, things that you're going to see
Okay.
from someone who does have NPD, right? Or they may have a lot of these traits because it's also a spectrum, I might add. So some people might have some of these symptoms, or but not all. But we're going to go through the most prominent. Okay. The very first one is grandiose sense of importance. So when I say that, think about somebody who thinks that they are the most important of them all. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the biggest of them all,
Oh
right?
my god.
I've heard that before. And it doesn't matter if they've done anything to deserve to be the best, they just feel that they are. They also present themselves in a way that may be false. They may live in a fantasy land where in their mind they are the king, they are the queen, and everyone else is beneath them. Everyone else just serves a purpose in their story and making them look good. And if you don't, you're out. So those are some traits, some things. Like Coach D, you just shaking your head.
Cause
Yes,
I'm like, oh my
I
god, I
haven't even got
just
started yet. I'm not
oh
even.
because I'm just sitting here thinking about like all the people that I know I've come in contact with that are, narcissistic. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like it's so draining for, it's draining for me. So I know if it's draining for me, it has to be draining for a lot of other people in the world that, come in contact with people that are not narcissistic.
Imagine someone who it feels like they're sucking up all the air in the room,
Mm.
and they don't care if they suffocate everybody else as long as they can breathe. That's all that matters. Imagine that. So that's an
Mm.
analogy for it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep going because we got a lot. We got that's just the tip of the iceberg. So the next one is imagine someone who needs constant praise and admiration, constant attention, no matter what. And I'm talking about just the for doing the smallest things, the things that we all do on a day-to-day basis. I took out the trash today. Ha ha ha. Bought you a flower. Just one, just this one that I found on the street. Ha ha ha.
I wash the dishes.
But these are day-to-day things that all of us adults should be doing, but they make a huge deal out of it and they think that you should appreciate them for it. So that's an example of someone who needs constant praise and admiration, or just the one who's just, look at me, hello, I'm here.
Mm.
We're all here together. Gotta remind them.
And we're
Another,
all adulting.
yeah, another trait, a sense of entitlement. I deserve this just because I'm here, because I exist. I deserve all of your attention. I deserve the best. I deserve that promotion. I deserve all those followers. I deserve all the fame and fortune, even if I haven't done any work to gain any of those things. Sense of entitlement. And people like that, you should be careful because they will step on whoever they need to step on
Hmm.
to get something that they need or that they want, not need, something that they want, even if they don't deserve it, right? Someone who exploits others without guilt or shame. So these are people who will purposely seek out the nice people, the
Mm.
polite people, the shy people, the empaths, the helpers, those who are naturally altruistic because they know that they are trusting and they can be taken advantage of.
It's kind of sort of like in a sense like being preyed on, like that feeling of like I'm going to attack that person or I'm going to get that person because I know what I'm going to be able to get out of them, I'm going to be
Right.
able to gain something out of this. So I'm going to prey on this person's goodness to gain all this stuff out of
Right.
them.
But if you think about it again, it makes sense in their mind because they need to use you to get where they need to go
Hmm.
or to
Hmm.
get whatever it is that they want. So they're not looking at you as a person, they're looking at you as like a pawn.
Opportunity.
Yeah, or like an opportunity. You're another person that I could take advantage of and use.
Hmm.
Mhm. This person also will frequently demean people, intimidate people, bully them, belittle them, do things to make a person feel bad about themselves because that makes them feel strong. They call it supply. Okay, so they get a sense of satisfaction from someone else experiencing experiencing a misfortune. They may even do something backhanded to try to get the person to fail so they can laugh. Another thing is lack of empathy. So they will have a hard time being able to see something from another person's point of view. They will always think about self first. Everyone else is second or third or last or underneath their shoe, whatever you want to call it. So, Coach Jack, I see you over there just steaming. I know you want to. So yes. What do you want to say about narcissism? What do you have?
I mean, people that are like narcissists, they lack like self-awareness,
Mm,
like so they may not even recognize that they even have these traits that you just listed, so people who have experienced narcissistic abuse though, like the survivors, they typically have symptoms such as like, struggling with personal relationships,
mm,
struggling at work, um like feeling overwhelmed with sadness,
mm.
low self confidence, over apologizing. Oh my
Over
god,
apologizing.
over apologizing. Just I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that.
Hmm.
Just oh my goodness. Having a hard time trusting yourself. Gaslighting yourself. That's a big one.
You
And
might need to go into what gaslighting even is, just in case people don't know. Because that's another word that I hear people saying a lot. They say gaslight, gaslight,
mhm.
and they'll know what it actually means.
So go ahead and school the people on what
Yeah,
gaslighting is.
yeah, gaslighting. That is when someone purposely denies your reality. Okay, so imagine Coach Day. You're looking at me right now. You can see me clearly. You can see
Hmm.
me. Right? Clearly, you can see me. And
Hmm.
imagine you say to me, "Oh, Cam, I love your pink shirt." And I say to you, I say, Jay, what are you talking about? My shirt is blue. No, it's pink. I'm looking at it. I say, I'm looking at the same shirt you're looking at, and my shirt is blue. What's wrong with you? You need to get your head checked. Maybe something wrong with your glasses. Maybe you need to go get a CAT scan and figure out what's going on with your brain because plainly, clearly, my shirt is blue, royal blue.
Not
That
even blue, but royal blue, huh?
I would put buttons on it to make sure you feel as crazy as possible. Like how dare you? How dare you think something different than what I'm telling you, even if you see it with your own eyes? That is gaslighting.
Which is wild. And
Right.
people do that. People
Very,
gaslight people every day.
a very light example, mind you, because it could be worse. It could be like you saw some text messages, you saw some text, and they're gonna say those are fake. You made up those texts. I
You
don't know that.
didn't
I don't know that
you didn't
girl either.
really see
So,
that. Your eyes is playing tricks on you.
yeah, you need to get your eyes checked. Let's go to lens crafters together.
Not lens crafters.
That's gaslighting.
Oh my goodness.
I literally had somebody text me something, and I say, "Well, when you say that, that hurts me." And they say, "I never said that." I said, "Scroll up. You just said it, 3 or 4 minutes ago. You to yourself." And they're like,
Hmm.
"Oh, like yeah, you trying to gaslight?" And the evidence is right. We both looking at it at the same time. Crazy,
Oh my
craziness.
god.
I'll say craziness.
Gaslighting. It happens literally every single day. And believe it or not, I think that a lot of people get gaslit and don't even know they're being gaslit, you know?
Because they're so
So,
trusting, and they wouldn't
hmm
think that somebody would do them the way that they're doing them. But the ones who say that they will never do you like that, they will do you like that.
hmm that is so true.
A person who is a good person doesn't have to tell you that they're a good person
You'll
over and
see
over.
it. You'll
Hmm.
see it.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
But
but I feel like we kind of went away. You were talking about the symptoms of somebody
yes.
who experienced this kind of manipulation. What was it? What was the rest of the list?
Uh uh
Gaslighting.
gaslighting yourself,
Uh-huh.
an overall feeling that something just isn't right.
Right. You're just like, something is not right. Like, I'm wondering, should I be mad about this? Did they mean to do that to me? And you're questioning yourself because if you say something, they're going to find a way to make you the bad guy. So
It's
then you
like
question,
playing victim.
yeah. So you question yourself, and then that happens to you enough, and you just stop saying anything. And
Hmm.
now you're programmed and you're playing into what they want you to play into. You're just playing into the game of the narcissist.
Different ways that you can actually deal with a narcissist, though, is by like educating yourself. Of course, like educate yourself on like narcissistic personality disorder or NPD.
Right.
Of course, build your self esteem. Build yourself,
Whatever you got to do.
self,
Yes, build that. Build
your
that.
self esteem. Speak up for yourself. Do not let people just walk all over you. Speak up for yourself. Set clear boundaries. And I am the boundary king. So if you need help, hit me in them DMs. I got you.
Coach Jay, get well with Mel. For
Get
real.
well with mail. Hit me up. I am the boundary king.
He truly is. He helps me a lot. Yeah.
Set clear boundaries, practice skills to keep calm. Do not let people get the best of you. Like just always play yourself to where that you don't get yourself out of character. Insist on immediate action, immediate, not promises,
Right.
immediate
Watch
actions.
what they do, not what they say.
Come on. You need to find a support system.
Right. Tell your people, tell your friends.
Hmm.
Don't keep secrets. Tell your friends how you're really doing. Tell your family how you're really doing.
Yes.
Don't hide. Stop hiding behind social media and acting like everything is okay if it's not. Don't do that.
I think that's the thing with today. Like today's society is like we all have this thing where I don't know if it's just social media that makes us feel like we're supposed to have this like we're all okay type of thing, but
Toxic
deep
positivity. Right.
yes, but deep down we're all struggling with something. I don't care if it's just mental health. I don't care if it's just we had a bad day today. I don't care if it's finance issues. I don't care like what it is, a relationship, whatever it is. Like we're all struggling with something. So you should at least have someone to talk to about it. Friend, cousin, sibling, therapist, life coach, pastor, someone that you trust. Get that support system. And also understand that narcissistic people need professional help. And this is not like uh I don't ever want nobody to feel like we're digging at them, but
It's an
they need.
actual disorder that needs
Yes.
intervention. It needs intervention, and it's not going to be easy either. You're talking about years upon years upon years of intervention. There's a guy that I
Yes.
follow. I want to mention him really quickly. Does amazing work. He goes by the name of Mental Healness on Instagram.
Hmm.
He is a self-aware narcissist, but he talks about the years and years and years of therapy that he's already undergone, and he admits he's going to need to go to therapy the rest of his life. Most likely, he knows that about himself because it
It's
really is a way of life for people who have the disorder. Something else
please.
is that most of these people, they have, not most, all of them, they have developed these traits as a result of some kind of trauma that occurred in their early life, early childhood, usually. Um,
Yes.
and it's, nature versus nurture. Some people, they turn into, nice people. Some people turn into the predator. You turn into the person who abused you the most.
Hmm.
And a lot of times that's what they're doing. They're reacting, responding to whatever abuse that occurred. Or if they had people like parents or others who are overindulgent on them, like spoiled, spoiled them too much to make them feel like they have a sense of entitlement and that everyone, the whole world owes them something. So usually it's one of those two things that may have occurred in childhood, but it does turn into an actual disorder, and it's a spectrum. So there are some people who are worse than others.
Oh my God. Please seek help. If you are the narcissist, please seek help. Please. And if you're dealing with a narcissist, please encourage them to seek help.
I wanna also offer some book recommendations that I have offered to clients, and a lot of them have found it very helpful. I've also found these books to be very insightful because we talk about this importance to make yourself knowledgeable about
Hmm.
the traits and about how to manage them, how to manage the symptoms that,
Right.
that you will have because you are going to experience some PTSD at some point, depending
Right.
on how long you have this person in your life, right?
Right.
So the first book I want to recommend, and I'm also going to make sure that I put it in the description, the list, so you can have it. The first one is called The Covert Passive Aggressive Narcissist by Debra Mirza. Okay.
Come on, Miss Mirza.
Come on, Miss Mirza. The second one is called Trauma Bonding: Understanding and Overcoming the Trauma Bond in a Narcissistic Relationship. So I don't think we touched on trauma bonding, but we can. That might take me a whole nother who knows how long, but that is a very common tactic that a person will use to get you addicted to them. And so the same person who is hurting you ends up being the only person that you want to be around to ease your pain.
Please say that again.
That same person who is hurting you is the same person that you want to ease your pain. When that person becomes that way, that's when you know you're in a trauma bond.
Oh my God.
But we may need to go into this in another episode.
Yeah, I think trauma bonding should be a whole topic, honestly.
So look out for that one, you guys. Look out for that. The next book, Don't You Know Who I Am? How to Stay Sane in the Era of Narcissism, Entitlement, and Incivility. So it talks about the people we have today. All of us, are influencers. Some of them are like wonderful people, but some of them are just out there for attention, and they call it clout. Call it clout. But anyway, this
Clouds.
book do anything for clout.
Color clouds.
Called Don't You Know Who I Am by Dr. Ramani Durvasula. She also has another great book that is for people who may be trauma bonded and may be married to this person or in a long-term relationship with this person or domestic partnership, whatever you want to call it. So the book is called Should I Stay or Should I Go? How to Survive a Relationship with a Narcissist. Also by Dr. Ramani Durvasula.
Come on, doctor.
Yes. Yes, Coach Day, any last words?
This episode was heavy, but I want to say thank you to everyone that has followed us, everyone that continues to send in their questions and topics that we should touch on. Please keep them coming, as Cam said at the beginning. Please give us a follow on Instagram, Get Well Wit, WIT, Mel, and
Self-love is the key wellness. Mm-hmm.
and please ask us questions, anything.
Right. Like if you want to know how to manage this, if you want to know more in depth, you know, tips and tricks you can use to navigate having to be around a narcissist, we can talk about that in depth. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
Please.
sometimes it's not your partner. Sometimes it's like your boss. Sometimes it's your parent or your sibling. Sometimes it's
Yes.
your neighbor. You know, it's someone that you have to see over and over again, even when you don't want to. And so you need to figure out tools to deal with those kinds of people. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on another episode. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the little belly thing so you'll know when we're posting the videos. We'll see you next time.